Alright, let's go and get started. Gonna make this quick. So, if you guys remember on Wednesday, right, we were here, right? And pretty much when we're so close to a previous low, and we're not to mention we have so much momentum to the downside, it doesn't surprise me that this happened, right? Like I said, the worst thing that can happen is we'd get a pullback into a previous low, but that would only be another opportunity to short, right? Which is pretty much what's been happening with EURUSD this entire week. If you just hit the blue button, you would have profited this week, no matter what. Um, Two very good opportunities, I believe. So here could have been the first one, right? Inefficiency fill, find an entry there, and the next day, this actually happened during London. Oh, actually, yeah, it did happen during London. So I didn't even trade this day, but we were given an opportunity here, right in between our overlap. Right, I didn't even trade this pair this week, so I probably won't even get into it. What I did trade this week was pretty much GU, and I showed you guys the charts for it pretty much. And what I had discussed on Wednesday was pretty much if we were to come back into a discounted pricing, then we would more than likely have an opportunity to keep, longing this because this has so much more potential than Euro USD does, as you can see. So all it is now is continuing the trend and just finding your opportunities. And this is pretty much a great way for a lot of newcomers to, test out these concepts and truly see them work live, because that's so much better than doing it, back testing 2 months ago, a month ago, yesterday, etc. So hold on, guys. Let me turn off my notifications on this. All right, my bad. But honestly, there isn't really much to say. Like the exact same thing, the exact plan that we wanted to happen during overlap, which was Thursday. Friday, I didn't even trade Friday. Right. Let me check what we discussed last time on these previous markups. Yeah, it was this. So this was the original GU play from Monday, I believe. Sunday. Yeah, either Monday or Sunday, right in between there. And just like that opportunity was pretty much brought forth. I'm trying to remember where it was. Right here. That was right here. Right, and as we discussed on Wednesday, even though it wasn't in session, it met rules. And as long as you acknowledge the fact that you're going against certain rules, right, then it's okay to take that risk because it's always managed. And in case it goes wrong, then you understand why, etc., etc., right? And just like that, that one opportunity gave you over 270 pips. Not to mention the opportunity from Thursday gave over 100, right? So it's honestly just smooth sailing from here. Like, this has so much room to the upside, it's crazy. Like, even if we start pulling back, your easy next target is a previous high. And then there's always the possibility that we can give some type of balance off of inefficient pricing. So even though we're essentially corrective nature, right, we have to look at it from the higher time frame perspective. And just like I tell you guys that obviously your pre-supply, selling climax, secondary test phase B, spring test, right? And then a pretty much a spring always tends to give you that corrective nature. So I wouldn't be surprised if this literally just starts doing like that, because it's following the schematic to a T. And in the long term, an easy target is obviously here, right? Because this is your selling climax, your automatic rally. So secondary test was pretty short. I don't even consider that a secondary test, so I just ignore it. But from there, the next time we actually bottomed out was at this secondary test phase B, whereas we now have a spring test, and your immediate target is technically your automatic rally, and that's if you're playing the range. And you always have to consider too that once this skim completes, you're probably bullish for the next 5 to 10 years, because this is how many years is this? This is a 5-year schematic, right? And when is the last time we've seen a 4 to 5 year schematic is right here. And look at what happened here. Right? Who's to say this doesn't happen to GU in the long run? Which is exactly what I'm playing off of. You know, and that doesn't mean buy and hold forever. You just now have a bias for the next at least year, right? Obviously, we're going to have corrections inside of here, which will be weeks long, maybe potentially months long. But for the long run, we do understand where the direction is, and that's what matters. Because that's what's going to, you know, that's where we derive our intraday swing plays from, right? So it's, honestly, guys, it's just the same stuff that I'm telling you every single week now. It's smooth sailing from here. I believe we've already overcome the worst parts. Like for EURUSD, the worst parts were definitely around April-ish. Yeah, April, May-ish. Right, where I said we're correcting, but the long-term bias is the same. And if you go look at those webinars, I know we discussed this, and I just mean look at where we are now. You know, like it's all a patience game. It's all smooth sailing from here now. So just enjoy the ride, to be honest. Like, make your bread. That's all there is to it. There isn't much to discuss, just because literally everything's doing the same thing, and everything is doing what we've been talking about for the past month, 2 months, you know? So do you guys have any questions, or do you guys want to discuss anything? Let's see. Anybody? Because honestly, you guys are killing it. Like, it's going to get to the point where a lot of you aren't going to need me anymore. What is the best time frame to find a C? You just joined. I can tell you just joined by you asking me that question. So the plan for anybody and everybody who comes into this, the first 4 to 6 weeks, do not ask questions. Watch everything in terms of material. And then 5 weeks in, 6 weeks in, that's when you get to start sending me journals, which is clearly stated inside the Discord. I've already answered that too, bro. It's just I can't upload more videos because we have a leaker in here. I'm not going to be uploading more videos until the leaker's been found or until the website's been fixed. Have you been able to go over the newbies questions? What do you mean? What are you talking about? Oh no, I didn't watch that, bro. I probably won't watch it unless, like, if you guys have questions from that, just send it to me. I don't have 2 hours to just sit and watch a webinar. No, just take the notes and send them to me, like, or send them to me to journals. I have like 3 journals left. I should complete those like right after this call. Oh, they wrote them out? Well, just screenshot it, send it to me, bro. I didn't even know you guys did that. Like, I didn't know. Yeah, you see, Sergio didn't tell me, so that's his fault. No, yeah, just send me that. If you guys send me that, then we can go from there, and we can probably discuss that the next Zoom. That'll probably be the topic that we talk about. What do you think about gold? I mean, what do you want me to tell you there? You've already missed the opportunities for gold. The opportunities have already been given. This is just the, upside move that is based off of these entries here. There is no play here until you see a correction. No, bro, it's all structure. Mechanical step? No, it's all structure, bro. It's all structure, And then if there's any candles on 4 hour, 8 hour, whatever, then I derive from there. It's not, I don't go to 15 minute and then try to find every single POI and then go from there. Right? I like to derive them from higher time frame, which is why you don't see me trading as much anymore. I used to do that where I was literally going every single like 15-minute inefficiency and try to play each one, but that's just so time consuming. It's frustrating, and it's like, why am I putting myself in so much risk? That's why you guys see me trade less now. Like GU, I only catch like simple intradays, but for the most part, it's just, bro, it's just, I've just held my daily trades, you know? Like a lot of my swings are 200, 300 pips up, and it's just from there, it's just smooth sailing. I don't like trading that much anymore. Yeah, less is more, exactly. You're putting yourself in so much risk when you're trying to take every intraday play, which isn't a bad approach. If you want to do that, by all means, go for it. Eventually, with based off math itself, you're gonna profit, right? But the thing is, with me, I'm not trying to just sit here and do that. You know, I'm only trying to take plays that are high probable and they're from higher time frames, and then derive in the smaller time frames to then get a better entry, higher RR, and then just ride the wave. That's all. That's all there is to it. There is like my swings, GA swing, EU swing, GU swing, gold swing, like there is, it's the same principle behind each trade. You still close partials? Of course I do, bro. It's why I don't be like 100 to 1 RR. That's why you don't see me do that, because it's like it's like you see people post 100 to 1 RR, but then they're like, I already took 80% of my volume. It's like, how does that, then what the fuck is the point? The point is to scale out properly based off of how far you want to hold the trade, or just what your expectations are of the trade itself. I'll probably take like 10% on my intraday, because we've talked about this before, like knowing how much to scale out depending on account size. And I told you guys that I'm more inclined to take out less percent on a higher lot, just because that's enough money for me. We've talked about that. I don't know what Zoom that was, but pretty much, yeah, that was the overview. Yeah, pretty much what Raj just said. It's not a strategy, bro. It's just scaling out. Let me see where my entry was. Hold on, let me pull my phone. Okay, so I'm in from, this isn't even the right fucking chart. I'm tripping. Okay, there we go. So for me, my intraday so far now, right? My intraday, right? So this was my entry. This was my intraday here, right? That's 10%, because I know my first swing target is up here, and I will be about 50% off once my swing target hits. Just because I know I want to pay myself for the time that I've taken away. And that goes the same for the second entry, which is here, right? The intraday was 10% at the previous high there, 10% there, and then I took about 40-50% more at the previous high that was the swing high. Because this at the time is the pretty much monthly high. So I don't know how much more it's going to go, but I know that this is a target, and I know that this is a target. Does that make sense? Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. Scale out at previous highs and lows. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. Whether it's an intraday high or swing high, but you gotta understand, like, are you swing trading? Are you intraday trading? Or are you scalping? If you don't know which one you're doing, then you're just lost. But yeah, do you guys have any more questions? But yeah, I can't really what's it called? Like the behaviors video, I don't want to post that because the leaker that's in the group is just gonna give it out. So I'm gonna get the website fixed, and then once the website gets fixed, then I can start uploading content again. But either way, there's hours and hours of material still. Not to mention, you still have to backtest and study yourself, and then trade in real life and journal. So I mean, I don't know who it is. To be honest, I don't know who it is, but it doesn't really matter. If anything, people are hitting me up like, "Hey man, like I went through the material. Um, I'm really appreciative for it, and I'm gonna buy RCV within the next 2 to 3 months." Like, so it's free. It's free attention. It's free clout. Whatever. Because we know that a lot of the stuff here isn't the same without me. So it's cool. It's whatever. But yeah, I'll just stop the recording there.